Hi Daniel, how you doing? I've got, let me see, where are we here? Okay, your style guide right here, and I've got it open right here. Okay, so I just want to show you some things here in your stuff. This is what I'm looking at for your final logo, and I think that's probably something weird happened um, in Word, because this is, you can't read it, and I don't think that was your intent. So I just want you to know that that's what I'm seeing. I would recommend that you, let me try something here. Yeah, it's just a weird thing that happened here. So what I would recommend is you redo your style guide and save it out as a PDF. Okay, but before you do, I want to go through a couple of things here that I think are an issue. That being the most notable. But also, let's go through. You have introduction, corporate color, typography, logo placement, logo with collateral pieces. That's great. Introduction, many different genres of corporate contemporary artists. So that's good. Okay, then you have your corporate color. That's good. You have your RGB and your CMYK color values. That's fantastic. Okay. Typography, Fire in the Mountain and Calibri. So you're showing what you should do here is you should show Fire on the Mountain and actually show the typeface, because right now you're showing Calibri, but we don't know which is Fire on the Mountain, which is Calibri. Also, when you create this in a PDF, you'll want to embed these, because right now these are showing the same typeface. So it's kind of difficult to figure out which is which. Also, don't forget, we're in a visual medium here. I mean, we're in a visual profession. So you want to show what you're talking about. Don't just talk about it, but show it. So for that reason, I say, bring your logo in here and show us where you're using Fire on the Mountain and where you're using Calibri. Exactly where you're using it, so that we can understand, or so another designer, if another designer were to do work for this client, you would hand them the style guide, they would understand completely what typeface to use where. Okay. Yeah, this is really confusing right here as to which is which. We just don't know which typeface corresponds to Fire on the Mountain, which typeface corresponds to Calibri. Okay, then you have your logo. You say logo, but you're not showing your logo. So again, you'd want to show your logo. The logo made a minimum size from left to right. So show that. Show the logo and then show 2 inches from here to here. Okay, I'm going to show you an example of this in a second. Logo placement, you're saying to the letterhead, you're saying the logo should be placed 2.5 inches wide and should be placed on the top right hand. Show that. I mean, definitely show that. Remember in the over here, remember this video, I showed you all these examples, and here's some examples exactly how you show where that is. Instead of just saying where it's at, show where it's at. Same thing with the business card too. Don't forget to look at this video right here, as well as the introduction to week 5 video. I think those are really, definitely take a look at that. And then I'm going to show you an example of a second of one of your classmates. And logo placement, logo card placement, same thing. Show it, don't just talk about it. And then you have your logo with collateral pieces, and that looks great too. So I mean, generally, I think you got great bones here, a good start. But just these weird things like this presentation here, and the fact that you're not showing your typefaces as they're used in practice, like where exactly are they being used, and then you're not showing the actual rules and regulations of usement of your placement of the logo and the business card and the letterhead, etc. So you want to show that. All right, let me show you an example. Let me go to Amy's example, and that would be right here. Okay, and you know what? She had some problems with aligning too, so she just submitted it as a PDF. And I think that's a good idea. So here's Amy's style guide. Okay, so you can see here's the opening page, contents page, introduction, everything's all nice and laid out. Color, same thing that you had. You have your RGB, CMYK color value equivalents, describing the color. Next page, typography. See how she shows, okay, this is Arcade interlaced. There's the typeface, and here's the example where it's used. As you can see in the logo itself, it's used right here where it says UARDIN, Guardian. There's the rest of the logo, but she's saying that it's used in that particular right there. is that typeface. And over here, Highland Gothic Light is used for network security in the logo, as we can see right there. That would be that typeface. And then the rest is assembled as such. And you can see that she really describes that. How big is the logo? It can be used at a minimum of 2.9 inches wide. And then the rest of the descriptive text on how to use the logo itself. Then as far as logo placement goes, she did the same thing that you did, describing, but she also showed, and this is really important, that you show the viewer exactly what you're talking about. Remember, as I said, we're in a visual field, so you definitely want to show. And then same thing with the business card, 1/2 inch from the top, 0.66 from the left, 0.7 from the right, and exactly showing where everything is placed. Okay, so that's what I would like you to do, move into more of that type of a presentation. You're almost there, you're right in there. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if I can be of any further, if I can clarify anything further, just please feel free to let me know. But I would be looking for those changes. Okay, any questions, give me a holler. Thank you very much.